Hi guys, welcome to my video. If you're new here, I'm Sheren. I am your English teacher and IELTS coach. So today I want to discuss about how to prepare IELTS starts from zero. So if you want to know about the format of the test, the strategy that you can use to deal with each type of questions, and then the books that you can use to practice, I think you need to stay till the end of the video. So now I'm gonna start from the question, what is IELTS? IELTS is actually International English Language Testing System. So based on the name, they will assess how you understand the language as a system, not just a particular part like the grammar or just the vocabulary. Now, the second thing that you need to know is what band score do you need? So you need to know the requirement band score. For example, if you want to apply for a scholarship, most of them will require around 6.5 to 7. And for migration, they will mostly use around band 6 or higher. Meanwhile, if you want to apply for a job, they will require around 5.5 or higher. So before you start studying, you really need to check again your requirement band score. And there are actually two common types of IELTS. The first one is the academic test. It is for you if you want to apply for a scholarship. And the second one is general training. It is for professional purposes. If you want to apply for work, or maybe if you want to apply for a working holiday visa, I think you can apply for the general training IELTS. The test itself will assess for language skills, which is the listening, reading, writing, and also speaking. And all of these four skills will have total band of 9 as the highest band score. Now, let's break down the test format so you don't get surprised with it. The first one is in the listening section. You will get 40 questions and you must listen to the audio in 30 minutes. Also, the test will be divided into 4 sections, so each section will have around 10 questions. The level of the difficulties on each section will be upgraded, so you will start from the easiest to the hardest one. Now, next one is the reading test. In the reading test, if you take the academic test, you will find 3 long passages. However, for the GT test, you will see 3 passages. However, they will have a different model. You will read the advertisement or maybe pamphlet or brochure. There will be 40 questions for both academic and GT tests, and you must finish it in 60 minutes. There are several types of questions, like for example, multiple choice, sentence completion, classification, matching headings, sentence endings, and so on and so forth. Next, you will continue with the writing section. In the writing section, you will finish 2 tasks. If you take the general training test, in writing task 1, you have to write a letter, but in academic test, you will write a report of a graph. Then, you have to write 150 words in 20 minutes. After that, in writing task 2, you have to write your opinion about something. You must complete 250 words in 40 minutes. Remember, in IELTS writing task, this is an academic test, so it must be formal and it must be very academic. Last but not least, even though this is the shortest test, however, many students say this is very challenging. So the next one is the speaking test. It will only take around 11 to 14 minutes, and it will consist of 3 sections. The first part is the interview, second part is a long turn session, and the third part is the discussion. In the interview, we called it as a warm-up session, so the examiner will ask you several questions about yourself. In the long-term session, later you will be given a topic card. You have time to prepare for a minute, and then you have 2 minutes to answer the question. Then in the last part, even though the name is discussion, it's not like you literally discuss with the examiner. You will get a question with a more complex topic. That is why you must be able to express your opinion in a longer way. Of course, knowing the test format can help you a lot when you study to prepare the test. And you can also prepare for the strategy. Now, the next question is, how can I start to learn IELTS? I always suggest my students to first take the mock-up test. You can do it online, you can do it freely on the website. There are so many websites that provide free online tests for the IELTS. You can take it. Once you find out about your level, if you get less than 5.5, I think you can learn and focus on grammar and also vocabulary. Don't worry, you don't have to be overwhelmed or confused like what kind of vocabulary or grammar you can learn. Actually, there are some grammar lists or vocabulary lists that are already focused on IELTS. And also there are some books from Cambridge that discuss about vocabulary and also grammar. But if you already get above 5, I think you can focus on the strategy on dealing with IELTS question. You also need to build your vocabulary and also grammar. Now you can focus on the most common topic like environment, education, nature, health, and etc. And don't forget to practice regularly for all skills, listening, reading, writing, and also speaking. And always use timer when you're practicing. Last, I think it is very important to get a feedback from a mentor or maybe a friend because it can really help you to improve your performance. Now, there are several books that actually you can use. I highly recommend you to use Cambridge book. They offer you so many books to practice, like the practice book and then the textbook, the vocabulary and also the grammar books. I'm gonna put it on the link below so you can just click it. And then actually I also make full planning below. You can also take a look on the description. I also make an ebook. It is a summary about what IELTS is and the strategy on how to deal with it. I also put it on the description below. So my final advice for beginners is first to be consistent. You can take your time every day to learn about IELTS. Second, never fear to make a mistake because mistake is a place that we can learn and we can improve ourselves. And third is we can start small to make an improvement. If you keep going, I believe you get the band score unit. If you want to join free classes, you can be a membership by buying one of the ebooks that I put on the description below. And don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe my video because I'm gonna upload it weekly. So thank you so much for watching and see you on the next video. Bye bye.